You think your silence is weakness. They think your silence is defeat. But what they don't know is that your silence is the loudest roar they will ever hear. Your silence after the disrespect is not emptying you. It is filling you. And while they celebrate what they think is victory, they are suffocating in the very space your absence created. Let me tell you something that will change how you see everything. When you stop reacting, you stop feeding. When you stop feeding, they start starving. And starving people always come back looking for the hand that once fed them. Listen to me carefully. There is a difference between being silent because you are afraid and being silent because you are awake. Fear silences your voice. Wisdom silences your need to prove anything. The person who knows who they are does not need to announce it. The lion does not roar to prove it is a lion. It roars because it is time to remind the jungle who is king. But even when the lion is silent, every creature knows. Your silence is not absence. Your silence is presence at its highest level. They disrespected you. They mocked you. They betrayed you. They threw words at you designed to break you. And you said nothing. You walked away. You closed the door. You moved in silence. And now they are confused. Now they are restless. Now they cannot sleep. Because the person who screams is predictable. The person who cries is manageable. But the person who goes silent, that person is dangerous. That person is untouchable. That person has moved into a dimension they cannot reach. Your silence is killing them because silence forces people to confront themselves. When you were loud, they could focus on you. When you were emotional, they could blame you. But now that you are quiet, they have no choice but to hear their own voice. And that voice is not kind. That voice is guilt. That voice is regret. That voice is the realization that they just lost someone who was never their enemy. Do you know what happens when you stop defending yourself? The truth defends you. Do you know what happens when you stop explaining yourself? Your life explains you. People who are busy proving themselves are still living for the approval of others. But people who have found themselves no longer need witnesses. You do not need an audience when you know your assignment. You do not need validation when you have revelation. They wanted you to fight back so they could call you bitter. They wanted you to cry so they could call you weak. They wanted you to scream so they could say you were overreacting. But you gave them none of that. You gave them silence. And silence is the one thing small minds cannot manipulate. They cannot twist your words if you do not speak. They cannot misquote you if you do not engage. They cannot drain you if you are no longer available. Here is what you must understand. Not every battle is yours to fight. Not every disrespect deserves a response. Some people are sent into your life to test your maturity, not to receive your energy. And if you spend your life answering every fool, you will never have time to build your future. Wise people do not argue with everyone. They choose their battles. They protect their peace. They guard their energy like it is the most valuable currency on earth, because it is. Your energy is your life. Where your energy goes, your life follows. If you keep pouring your energy into people who disrespect you, your life will be full of disrespect. If you keep watering dead relationships, your garden will be full of graves. But when you pull back your energy, when you redirect your focus, when you choose silence over noise, you take back control. And control is power. They are watching you now more than ever. They check your posts. They ask about you. They wonder if you are okay. They want to know if you are hurting. Because if you are hurting, they can sleep at night. If you are broken, they can feel justified. But when they see you thriving, when they see you smiling, when they see you building in silence, something inside them cracks because they realize you did not need them. You never did. And that thought haunts them. Silence is not passive. Silence is preparation. Silence is strategy. Silence is the factory where strength is manufactured. When you go silent, You are not hiding. You are loading. You are not retreating. You are reloading. Every great move was made in silence. Every major shift happened behind the scenes. The seed does not announce when it is about to become a tree. It just breaks through the soil one day and shocks everyone. You see, people confuse silence with surrender. They think if you are not talking, you are not moving. But silence is the sound of progress. Silence is the sound of transformation. Silence is the sound of someone who stopped explaining their journey and started living it. The moment you stop announcing your plans is the moment your plans start working. Because when you speak too soon, you give your dream to your critics, and your critics will abort your dream before it is born. Let me tell you about the manufacturer and the product. When a car breaks down, you do not take it to your neighbor. You do not take it to your friend. You take it to the manufacturer, because only the manufacturer knows the original design. Only the manufacturer knows the purpose. Only the manufacturer can restore what was broken. Your life is the same. When people who did not create you try to define you, they will always get it wrong. When people who do not know your purpose try to judge your process, they will always misunderstand you. Stop giving broken people the authority to fix you. Stop giving empty people the power to fill you. Go back to your creator. Go back to the one who designed you. That is where your restoration is. They disrespected you because they do not know your value. But do you know what is worse than being disrespected? Disrespecting yourself by staying where you are not honored. You teach people how to treat you by what you tolerate. If you accept disrespect, you will receive disrespect. If you accept betrayal, you will live in betrayal. But the moment you walk away, you set a new standard. You announce to the universe, I will not settle. I will not beg. I will not shrink. I am not desperate. I am chosen. Your silence is a statement. It says, I am too focused to be distracted. I am too valuable to be disrespected. I am too purposed to be derailed. And that statement echoes louder than any words you could have spoken, because words fade, but the impact of your absence lasts forever. Do you know why your silence is so powerful? Because it forces people to face the consequence of their actions. When you were there, they took you for granted. When you were available, they treated you like an option. But now that you are gone, they realize you were never optional, you were essential. And now they have to live with that truth. They have to wake up every day knowing they had something real and they destroyed it. That is not your burden to carry, that is theirs. Stop carrying what does not belong to you. Stop feeling guilty for choosing yourself. Stop apologizing for protecting your peace. You did not start the disrespect. You just ended your participation in it. There is a difference. And that difference is called boundaries. Boundaries are not walls. Boundaries are gates. They decide who enters and who exits. They decide what you allow and what you reject. People who disrespect boundaries do not deserve access. Lock the gate. Change the code, walk away. Here is a truth that will set you free. You do not owe anyone an explanation for choosing yourself. You do not owe anyone access to your energy. You do not owe anyone a front row seat to your healing. Some seasons are private. Some battles are personal. Some journeys are meant to be walked alone. And if people cannot respect that, they do not deserve to. Witness your transformation. Your silence is your chrysalis. Inside that silence, you are not dying. You are changing. You are shedding old skin. You are breaking old patterns. You are becoming who you were always meant to be. And when you emerge, you will not look like what you went through. You will not sound like your pain. You will not carry the weight of their disrespect. You will fly. And they will wonder how you did it. They will ask, how did you become so strong? How did you become so free? And you will smile and say nothing, because they do not deserve the blueprint. People who disrespect you are not your problem. Your reaction to disrespect is your problem. If you react, you give them power. If you respond, you give them attention. But if you ignore, you give them nothing. And nothing is the cruelest response you can give someone who expected everything. They expected you to fall apart. They expected you to beg. They expected you to come back. But you did the unthinkable. You moved on, you healed, you grew, and now they are stuck watching you win from the sidelines. Let me tell you something about elevation. You cannot take everyone with you. Some people are assigned to your past, not your future. Some people are meant to be lessons, not lifelong relationships. And if you keep dragging your past into your future, you will never reach your destination. You will be too heavy. Cut the weight, release the baggage, let go of the people who let go of you. Your future is too important to be delayed by people who do not value you. They will come back. Oh, they will come back. Not because they miss you, but because they miss who they were when they had you. They miss the version of themselves that had access to your light. They miss the benefits, the support, the love, the energy. But do not mistake their return for change. Do not mistake their apology for growth. Some people do not come back because they are different. They come back because their other options failed. And you are not a backup plan. You are not a second choice. You are the prize. When they come back, stay silent. When they apologize, stay silent. When they try to explain, stay silent. Because your silence will reveal their true intention. If they came back for you, they will respect your space. If they came back for themselves, they will pressure you to respond. Watch, learn, protect yourself. Not everyone who returns is repentant. Some people just run out of supply. Your silence is not rejection. Your silence is protection. It protects your energy from vampires. It protects your heart from manipulators. It protects your future from people who belong in your past. And protection is an act of love. Not just love for yourself, but love for your purpose. Because your purpose is bigger than your pain. Your assignment is greater than your anger. You cannot fulfill destiny if you are stuck in drama. There is a level of maturity that says, I do not need revenge. I need results. I do not need to prove I was right. I need to move forward. I do not need them to apologize. I need to heal and grow. Mature people do not waste time fighting battles that do not build them. They focus on what matters. They focus on growth. They focus on purpose. They focus on becoming. You think you lost something when they disrespected you. You did not lose anything. You gained clarity. You gained freedom. You gained the opportunity to build a life without toxicity. That is not loss. That is liberation. Stop mourning what was never yours. Stop crying over people who never cared. Stop begging for space in places you have outgrown. You are not behind. You are being redirected. And redirection is not rejection. It is protection. Your silence is a mirror. It reflects back to them everything they did. It forces them to see themselves clearly. And most people cannot handle that level of truth. That is why they get angry when you go silent. That is why they accuse you of being cold. That is why they try to provoke you into responding, because your silence exposes them, and exposure is uncomfortable. Let them be uncomfortable. That discomfort is the beginning of their transformation. Do you know what silence does? It purifies, it cleanses, it detoxifies. Every moment you spend in silence is a moment you are healing. Every day you choose not to engage is a day you are growing stronger. Silence is not weakness. Silence is alchemy. It turns pain into power. It turns betrayal into boundaries. It turns disrespect into dignity. And dignity is the crown you wear when you refuse to lower yourself to the level of those who disrespected you. They wanted to see you break. They wanted to see you bitter. They wanted to see you stuck. But you did something they did not expect. You chose yourself. You chose peace. You chose silence. And that choice changed everything. Because the moment you stop fighting for people who do not value you is the moment you start attracting people who do. The moment you stop explaining yourself to critics is the moment you start living for your Creator. The moment you stop seeking validation is the moment you find your purpose. You do not need their approval. You do not need their applause. You do not need their acceptance. What you need is alignment. Alignment with your purpose. Alignment with your values. Alignment with your destiny. And you cannot align when you are distracted. You cannot focus when you are fighting. You cannot rise when you are wrestling with people who are already beneath you. Let them go. Release them. Not with anger, not with bitterness, but with grace. Because grace is what you give people who do not deserve it, but you give it anyway because you are free. Your freedom is not in their apology. Your freedom is in your decision to stop waiting for one. Your healing is not in their change. Your healing is in your choice to move forward without them. Your peace is not in their understanding. Your peace is in your acceptance that they will never get it. And that is okay. You are not responsible for making people understand you. You are responsible for understanding yourself. And when you understand who you are, what they think becomes noise. Stop giving noise your attention. Stop giving critics your energy. Stop giving disrespect your reaction. Save your energy for what matters. Save your words for people who listen. Save your love for people who value it. Because when you invest in the right places, you get the right returns. But when you invest in the wrong people, you lose everything. Your silence is an investment. It is an investment in your future. It is an investment in your peace. It is an investment in your purpose. And that investment is paying off. You are stronger now. You are wiser now. You are freer now. Not because of what they did, but because of how you responded. You chose silence. And that choice saved you. Let me tell you what happens when you master silence. You become unstoppable. You become untouchable. You become unbothered. Because you realize that your power was never in your words. Your power was always in your presence. And when you remove your presence from toxic environments, those environments collapse. They need you more than you need them. And your silence proves it. They thought your silence was surrender, but your silence was strategy. They thought your absence was defeat, but your absence was victory. They thought you walked away broken, but you walked away breaking chains. And now you are free. Free to build, free to grow, free to become. And freedom is the most beautiful revenge you can ever give yourself. Do not go back. Do not explain. Do not defend. Just live. Live so loud that your life becomes the answer to every question they had about you. Live so well that your success becomes the proof they tried to deny. Live so free that your joy becomes the torment they cannot escape. Because the greatest response to disrespect is not a word. It is a life well lived. Your silence after the disrespect is not killing them physically. It is killing their narrative. It is killing their assumptions. It is killing their ego. They wanted to control you. They wanted to break you. They wanted to define you. But your silence said, you do not have that authority. You never did. And I am taking back my power. Power is not in the fight. Power is in the focus. Power is not in the noise. Power is in the silence. Power is not in revenge. Power is in results. And you, my friend, are about to see results that will blow your mind. Because when you stop wasting time on people who do not matter, you start making time for things that do. And when you focus on what matters, life starts working for you. You are not here by accident. You are here on assignment. And that assignment is too important to be distracted by disrespect. That assignment is too valuable to be delayed by drama. That assignment is too powerful to be derailed by people who do not understand it. Stay silent. Stay focused. Stay faithful. Because your silence is not the end. Your silence is the beginning. The beginning of a new chapter, the beginning of a new season, the beginning of the life you were always meant to live. And when that life unfolds, when that purpose manifests, when that destiny is revealed, they will see, they will know, they will understand. But by then, you will be so far ahead, their opinion will not matter. You will be so high up, their voice will not reach you. You will be so deep in purpose, their disrespect will be a distant memory. Your silence is not killing them. Your silence is birthing you. It is birthing the real you, the healed you, the focused you, the powerful you, the version of you that was always inside but could never emerge because you were too busy fighting battles that were not yours. Now you are free. Now you are clear. Now you are ready. So stay silent, not because you are weak, but because you are wise. Stay silent, not because you are afraid, but because you are aware. Stay silent, not because you have nothing to say, but because you have everything to build. And you cannot build and argue at the same time. You cannot rise and fight at the same time. You cannot heal and hold grudges at the same time. Choose silence, choose peace, choose yourself. Because at the end of the day, your life is not about them. Your life is about you, your purpose, your calling, your destiny. And that destiny is waiting for you on the other side of your silence. Walk toward it, run toward it, fly toward it, and do not look back, because what is behind you is not as important as what is in front of you. And what is in front of you is everything you have ever prayed for. Your silence after the disrespect is not killing them. It is crowning you. It is promoting you. It is preparing you. And when you step into what has been prepared for you, you will understand why the silence was necessary. You will understand why the pain was required. You will understand why the disrespect was allowed, because it pushed you out of comfort and into purpose. It moved you from average to extraordinary. It shifted you from victim to victor. You are not a victim, you are a victor. And victors do not waste time with people who try to defeat them. Victors move forward. Victors build legacies. Victors change the world. And that is exactly what you are about to do. So keep your silence, guard your peace, protect your energy, and watch what happens. Watch how your life changes. Watch how doors open. Watch how blessings flow. Watch how everything you lost comes back multiplied. Because your silence was never about them. Your silence was always about you. It was about your growth, your healing, your elevation. And now that you have chosen silence, you have chosen greatness. Walk in it, live in it, breathe in it. You are not the same person you were yesterday. You are better. You are stronger. You are wiser. And you are just getting started. Let me tell you something else about silence that most people miss. Silence is a teacher. It teaches you who really cares. It teaches you who was real and who was acting. It teaches you who deserves your time and who was just wasting it. When you go silent, the mask falls off everyone around you. The pretenders reveal themselves. The loyal ones remain. The users disappear. The genuine ones reach out with sincerity. Your silence becomes the filter that separates the wheat from the chaff in your life. And here is the beautiful part. Once you see people clearly, you can never unsee them. Once you know their true character, you can never unknow it. Your silence gave you vision. It opened your eyes to relationships that were draining you. It showed you connections that were one-sided. It revealed friendships that were conditional. And now you know. Now you see. Now you are awake. And you can never go back to sleep. Think about a farmer for a moment. When a farmer plants a seed, he does not dig it up every day to check if it is growing. He does not stand over it and scream at it to hurry up. He plants it, waters it, and walks away. He gives it silence. He gives it space. He gives it time. And in that silence, in that space, in that time, the seed does what it was designed to do. It grows. It transforms. It becomes, your life is that seed. Your silence is the soil. And your future is the harvest that is coming. But you have to trust the process. You have to trust the silence. You have to trust that something is happening even when you cannot see it. Because growth is not always visible. Healing is not always loud. Transformation is not always obvious. Sometimes the greatest changes happen in the quietest moments. Sometimes the deepest healing occurs in the darkest nights. Sometimes the most powerful breakthroughs come after the longest silence. They disrespected you in public, but your comeback will be in public too. They mocked you in front of others, but your success will speak in front of others too. They tried to embarrass you, but your elevation will embarrass them, not because you seek revenge, but because truth always rises, excellence always surfaces, purpose always manifests, and when your time comes, when your season arrives, when your moment breaks, everyone who doubted you will have to watch. Everyone who disrespected you will have to witness. Everyone who counted you out will have to count you in. And you will not have to say a word. Your life will speak. Your success will testify. Your peace will preach. Your joy will declare. Your freedom will announce. And they will know. They will know that they were wrong. They will know that you were real. They will know that they lost something they can never replace. And that knowing, that realization, that regret will follow them everywhere they go. But here's what you must remember. Your success is not for their conviction. Your elevation is not to prove them wrong. Your breakthrough is not about making them feel bad. Your success is for you. Your elevation is for your purpose. Your breakthrough is for your destiny. Yes, they will see it. Yes, they will know. But that is just a byproduct. The real reward is who you become in the process. The real victory is the person you discover in the silence. Because silence does not just reveal others. Silence reveals you. It shows you how strong you really are. It shows you how much you can endure. It shows you what you are made of. In the silence, you meet yourself, the real you. Not the version people wanted you to be. Not the image you created to please others, but the authentic, raw, unfiltered you. And when you meet that person, when you embrace that person, when you love that person, everything changes. You stop performing. You stop pretending. You stop apologizing for who you are. You stop shrinking to make others comfortable. You stop dimming your light to avoid making others feel dark. You stop hiding your gifts to protect other people's insecurities. You become fully you, unapologetically you, powerfully you. And that version of you is unstoppable. That version of you does not need permission. That version of you does not need approval. That version of you does not need validation. That version of you just needs obedience. Obedience to the voice inside. Obedience to the call on your life. Obedience to the purpose you were born to fulfill. And when you obey that voice, when you follow that call, when you pursue that purpose, nothing can stop you. Not disrespect, not betrayal, not rejection, not failure, nothing. You become like water. Water does not fight the rock. Water does not argue with the mountain. Water just flows. And over time, water shapes the rock. Water moves the mountain, not through force, not through violence, but through persistence, through patience, through consistency. Your silence is your flow. Your focus is your persistence. Your purpose is your destination, and nothing will stop your flow. They threw rocks at you, but you are water. They built walls against you, but you are water. They tried to contain you, but you are water. And water always finds a way. Water always reaches its destination. Water always fulfills its purpose. You are the same. You will find your way. You will reach your destination. You will fulfill your purpose. It is not a matter of if, it is a matter of when. And when it happens, your silence will make sense. Your patience will make sense. Your journey will make sense. Right now, you might not understand. Right now, you might be hurting. Right now, you might be confused. But keep walking, keep believing, keep trusting. Because the pain you feel today is building the strength you will need tomorrow. The disrespect you endure now is developing the character you will need later. The silence you practice here is preparing you for the stage you will stand on there. Nothing is wasted. Nothing is random. Nothing is without purpose. Every tear has meaning. Every wound has a lesson. Every betrayal has a blessing. You just cannot see it yet, but you will. When you get to where you are going, when you become who you are meant to be, when you fulfill what you were born to do, you will look back and understand. You will see how everything connected. You will see how everyone played a part. You will see how even the disrespect was necessary because it pushed you, it positioned you, it promoted you. So do not curse your story. Do not regret your journey. Do not resent your process. Embrace it, own it, honor it, because your story is your strength. Your journey is your testimony. Your process is your power. And one day, someone will need to hear your story. Someone will need to know your journey. Someone will need to see your process. And your silence today will give you the authority to speak tomorrow. But you cannot help anyone if you are still bitter. You cannot inspire anyone if you are still broken. You cannot lead anyone if you are still lost. That is why the silence is necessary. That is why the healing is important. That is why the growth is essential. You are not just healing for yourself. You are healing for the people you are called to help. You are not just growing for yourself. You are growing for the lives you are called to touch. You are not just succeeding for yourself. You are succeeding for the generation you are called to influence. Your life is bigger than you. Your purpose is greater than your pain. Your assignment is more important than your anger. So let it go. Release it. Forgive them. Not because they deserve it, but because you deserve peace. Not because they asked for it, but because you need freedom. Not because they earned it, but because you are too valuable to stay stuck. Forgiveness is not about them. Forgiveness is about you. It is about releasing the weight. It is about cutting the chain. It is about freeing yourself from the prison of bitterness. Because unforgiveness is a prison. And you are the one locked inside. They are living their life. They are moving forward. They are free. But you are stuck. You are trapped. You are bound. And the key to your freedom is forgiveness. Forgive them. Forgive yourself. Forgive the situation. And watch what happens. Watch how the burden lifts. Watch how the pain eases. Watch how the peace comes. Watch how the joy returns. Watch how the doors open. Watch how the blessings flow. Because when you forgive, you make room. You make room for new relationships. You make room for new opportunities. You make room for new levels. And your life cannot expand if your heart is full of resentment. Empty your heart. Clean your spirit. Renew your mind. And prepare yourself. Because what is coming is bigger than what you lost. Who is coming is better than who left. Where you are going is greater than where you have been. Your future is not behind you. Your future is in front of you. And that future is glorious. That future is powerful. That future is exactly what you have been praying for. So keep your silence, keep your peace, keep your focus, because the best is yet to come. The greatest is still ahead. The miracle is on the way. And when it arrives, when it manifests, when it appears, you will understand why the wait was necessary. You will understand why the silence was required. You will understand why the disrespect was allowed, because it all worked together. It all positioned you. It all prepared you for this moment, for this season, for this assignment. Your silence after the disrespect is not killing them. Your silence is birthing your destiny, and that destiny is about to be born. So stay silent, stay strong, stay faithful, because your time is coming. Your moment is approaching. Your season is here, and nothing, absolutely nothing, can stop what has been prepared for you. Walk in your silence. Walk in your power. Walk in your purpose. You are not the same. You are better. You are ready. You are victorious.